Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego with the beautiful Karina, my lovely Prometida. And we're waiting for our K1 visa to get adjudicated at the Service Center in beautiful California, USA. And our NOA1 receipt date on our letter, when I opened it up in the mail, was April 18th, 2022. So we're in 13 months of waiting and waiting and waiting, just like you guys. But it's okay, it's no problem. Now, Karina is from Caracas, Venezuela, beautiful Venezuela. But she is now a legal resident of Bogota, Colombia since 19. I can't believe I said 19. Since 2018. Okay, she lives in Bogota, Colombia. Way up in the Andes Mountains, and we have an apartment in Colombia, and we have our house here in Florida. Now, I live in Florida in the Panhandle near Pensacola, north of Navarre Beach, and Navarre Beach is where we're going to get married. Now, this video, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is about the beautiful island of Jamaica. So let's talk about the U.S. Embassy in Jamaica, K1 visas, and a little history of this beautiful little place. Come on along, let's go. Now, I've never been to Jamaica, but I got my Jamaica shirt on. I'm wearing my Jamaica shirt. And when I fly to Bogota, Colombia, many times I have flown over Jamaica. Especially when my flight leaves from Houston, Texas, I fly over Jamaica. And then, sometimes, I don't know if when I do it, when I fly from Miami, can't remember. But Jamaica's a beautiful place. It is an island situated in the Caribbean Sea. It spans 4,240 square miles. That's its area. And it is the third largest island after communist Cuba and Hispaniola of the Great Antilles and in the Caribbean. Okay? Now, Jamaica lies about 90 miles south of communist Cuba and 119 miles west of Hispaniola. Now, Hispaniola is an island that contains Haiti and the Dominican Republic. So, shout out to our friends in communist Cuba and Haiti and the Dominican Republic. Now, the British Overseas Territory of the Cayman Islands, well, they're about 134 miles northwest of Jamaica. Now, Jamaica has about 2.8 million beautiful people, so it is the third most populous Anglophone, that's the word of the day, Anglophone, which means English speaking. So it is the third most populous Anglophone country in the Americas after the United States and Canada. Okay? It is the fourth most populous country in the Caribbean, and Kingston is the country's capital and largest city. Now, the majority of Jamaicans are of sub-Saharan African ancestry with significant European, East Asian, primarily Chinese, Indian, Lebanese, and mixed race. Okay? Now, with Jamaica's diverse ethnic roots, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, they are reflected in the national motto of the country, out of many, one people. And I like that. That's a fantastic motto. Okay? And most of the population, the 2,812,000 folks, are of African or African descent. So Jamaicans are able to trace their origins back to folks that live in West African countries of Ghana and Nigeria. So a shout out to our friends in Ghana and Nigeria watching this video. Now, Jamaica is an upper middle income country with an economy heavily dependent on tourism. So you got to they depend on tourists like me. I've never been to Jamaica, but it's definitely on my list of places to visit. But they do receive an average of 4.3 million tourists a year. Jamaica performs favorably in measures of freedom, freedom of the press, freedom of expression, and they have a democratic governance, and they are very well self-sufficient, and everybody's happy in Jamaica, and they're a free country. They can say what they want without fear of getting persecuted, and I like that. Same in the United States. Well, we think so. So Jamaica is politically, it's a Commonwealth realm. So it's part of the Commonwealth with King Charles III as its reign. Okay, so we have King Charles of Jamaica. Okay, and but today Jamaica is a parliamentary democracy and a constitutional monarchy. And like I said, the head of state, the King of Jamaica, is Charles III. Now, Christopher Columbus, now Colombia, where Karina lives, Colombia was named after Christopher Columbus, okay? But Christopher Columbus was the first European to see Jamaica, and he claimed it for Spain after landing there in 1494, okay? On his second voyage to the Americas. So the Spanish took control of it, and then the Spanish controlled it politically from 1509 to 1655. Then the British took control of the island. Oof. The British and the Spanish, in the past, they sure liked taking over people's countries, didn't they? And although the British controlled Jamaica for all those years, they gained their independence from the United Kingdom on the 6th of August, 1962. But they're still part of the Commonwealth, which means Charles is their king. Okay? Now, in 1692, Jamaica was rocked by an earthquake that resulted in several thousand deaths and the almost complete destruction of Port Royal, which is the city in Jamaica. Okay? And then again, in 1907, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Jamaica was struck by another earthquake, and this time there was a fire, and this caused immense destruction in Kingston, the main city, and there were between 800 and 1,000 people killed. So Jamaica is prone to earthquakes, and so is Colombia, where Karina lives, and it's not fun, I tell you. Karina has experienced her fair share of earthquakes, and I don't recall experiencing an earthquake, but I've survived hurricanes, and it is life, right? It is what it is. The climate in Jamaica is tropical, my kind of weather. I like tropical, that's why I'm in Florida. So it's hot with humid weather, and I'm sure they get their fair share of mosquitoes. And although in the higher inland regions, where higher up in the mountains, it's more temperate, a little cooler. Now, some regions on the south coast of Jamaica, such as the Laguena Plain and the Pedro Plains, well, they are relatively dry rain shadow areas. Okay. Now, Jamaica lies in the hurricane belt of the Atlantic, just like Florida lies in the hurricane belt of the Atlantic and the Atlantic Ocean. And because of this, the island sometimes suffers significant storm damage from hurricanes. So they get earthquakes and they get hurricanes. Now, Hurricane Charlie and Hurricane Gilbert directly hit Jamaica in 1951 and then 1988. Now, Jamaica is regarded as a bilingual country with two major languages in use by its population. The official language of Jamaica is English, which is used in all domains of public life, including government, the legal system, the media, education, etc. However, the primary spoken language is an English-based Creole called Jamaican Patois or Patois. Well, I can understand they want to have their own kind of style of a communication. But now let's talk about food. Jamaican cuisine, food, my favorite subject. Come on. You all know that food is my favorite subject. Jamaican cuisine includes a mixture of various cooking techniques. They use various flavors and spices influenced by Amerindians, Africans, Irish, English, French, Portuguese, the Spanish, Indian, Chinese, and Middle Eastern folks, okay, who have and still do inhabit Jamaica, okay. But the island is famous for its Jamaican jerk spice curries and rice and peas. So it's famous for its Jamaican jerk spice, for its curries, and for its rice and peas, which is an integral part of Jamaican cuisine, okay. Now, popular Jamaican dishes include curried goat. How do you curry a goat? Yeah, I don't know. Fried dumplings, ackee, and salt fish. Now, Jamaican patties, along with various pastries, breads, and beverages, are also very popular. And Jamaica is home to Red Stripe beer and Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee. Now, I'm not advocating beer on this YouTube channel. This is your YouTube channel, and I don't drink, but it's just part of the history of beautiful Jamaica. Now let's talk about the U.S. Embassy in Jamaica and K-1 visas, etc., etc. Now, the U.S. Embassy in Jamaica has improved its K1 visa processing, administrative processing, I should say. They've made improvements on how they issue you your K1 visa, okay? But in order to benefit from these improvements, you got to follow the following steps, okay, on this website. So go to this website right here, follow the steps in that website, and you will get your K1 visa quickly and efficiently. Well, I don't know about quickly, but efficiently, most definitely. And you must first register your visa. You got to register for your visa appointment, okay, at that website before you will be allowed to get your visa or your visa interview, okay? If you haven't registered, let's suppose you show up, you schedule your interview, but you haven't registered for it, then you're going to show up, but you know, they're going to make you register for the interview. So it's going to slow your process down. So if you have not yet come in for your visa interview, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please register prior to your appointment, okay? And because if you've already come in for your interview, you cannot continue processing your visa until you are registered. Now, if you are a citizen of the Cayman Islands, applicants in the Cayman Islands also use the U.S. Embassy in Jamaica for their K1 visa processing. The address to the U.S. Embassy in Jamaica, beautiful Jamaica, is right here. Okay, that's the address to the U.S. Embassy, and then the phone number is right here. Okay, I couldn't find an email address, but that's okay. Now, in fiscal year 2022, the U.S. Embassy in Jamaica approved 179 K1 visas for the beautiful, good citizens of Jamaica. And soon you will get your K1 visa, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You have to be patient, okay? Patience is the key to a successful, stress-free, mentally calm K1 visa process. Patience, patience, patience. You will get your visa as long as you are qualified for the benefit. You will get it, okay? So, you know, when you get your K1 visa or K2 visa in your hand, then you can get on an airplane and fly to the United States of America and start your life over here in the US of A. And we look forward to that, and it is a pleasure to help you guys. I'm going to help pull you over the finish line, get you through this process as smoothly as possible. Don't let immigration rent space in your head, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Be calm, be relaxed, and just focus on getting your visa. And thanks for watching. This channel's for you. And don't forget, every Sunday at 5 p.m. Central Time, U.S. time, I do a YouTube live stream with Diego, questions and answers on K1 visas. See you there.
I'll be back.